I am also going to let you know that I am going to be recording this session for the students who were not able to make it. And wow, what a beautiful, great turnout today. Don't forget to turn on the chat next to you. I'm still letting other people in, so I'm just going to take a few more minutes to let us all come into this space. Welcome, Amelia. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the space. Happy to see you here. Wow, we've got people from Northern Carolina, from Ohio. My daughter and I are actually on, not my son John. That's totally fine. I'm so glad that you could bring and share this with your daughter as well. We got Sarah from Pennsylvania. Welcome. Well, I just want to introduce myself really quick, you guys, as you're introducing yourselves on the chat. My name is Leslie, and I am currently in California. This is where I'm from, but I've been doing a little bit of traveling and I'm finally coming back home. So it feels good to be, I'm in San Diego currently, originally from LA, so not too far from here. So I'm just so grateful that you guys are tuning in from Texas, Massachusetts. This is awesome. So I really, oh, we got one more person coming in. Welcome. Pleasure. As people are coming in, I'll just let them in naturally. Wow, we've got people from New Mexico. That's amazing. Yeah, truly, I just want to welcome you guys all to the space. I was just introducing myself. We've got Lindsay coming in now too. Feel free to keep chatting on the chat to let us know where you're coming in from. What an awesome turnout. This is exciting. Yes. So I was saying, my name is Leslie. I'm currently in San Diego, California, and I want to welcome you guys all to Not Your Average Art Class. So the reason I call this Not Your Average Art Class is because it's not a structured art class based on a step-by-step rubric. And it's not going to be something that I'm going to show you how to paint necessarily, but we're going to utilize creativity and painting as a form of healing and transformation. So if that sounds good to you, then we can go ahead and continue moving forward. You can go ahead and mute your mics now so that we can hear my mic a little more clearly. So if you notice that you have your mic on, you can go ahead and mute that. Awesome. Awesome. Also, please feel free. I love to see your faces and interact with you. So if you feel comfortable, you can turn on your cameras. If you're not in a space to show your face, then that's totally fine too. That's totally okay. So the way that the workshop usually goes, and the reason why I invented, this workshop in the first place is because I was in a place where I didn't necessarily feel comfortable with feeling my own feelings and not judging them. So not trying to alternate them or manipulate them to be something different and force a happiness. I've always been a painter. I started painting when I was around 5 years old, and I'm self-taught. And I decided to go to school more for digital arts rather than painting. But later on in my life, I circled back around to actually realizing that painting has actually helped me to tap into a more authentic sense of self and be more authentically myself without having to fix myself in order to please another person or family or friends or lovers or anything of that sort. So that's the reason truly I want to help you guys tap into your own feelings and sit with them, for a change, but through something that feels natural and comfortable and that actually connects us to our inner child, which is creativity and painting. So here we are today. And if you guys are familiar, just by any chance, I want to get to know you a little bit and see, has anyone here painted before? Maybe you can raise your hand or you can write on the chat, yes. So we're familiar with painting and how to use a paintbrush and working with paints. Great, awesome, perfect. As I mentioned in the description, we do not need to have skills in painting. So it's totally fine if you've never painted before. Okay, that's great. So most of you guys have played with it. I also would like to know, is anyone here familiar with meditation? And just by a show of hands, or you can write it on the chat as well. No worries. I see Lillian's like, I can't do it. That's totally fine. That's okay. That's most of our experience, is sitting still. Like, what? I can't do that. Still learning. Awesome. No worries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys through a guided meditation. It's going to be like 5 minutes. And so it will require for us to sit in a seated position, nice and comfortable, for us to close our eyes, and just listen to my voice. Just for starters, just listen to my voice. If your thoughts begin to change, just think of them as clouds kind of flying through the air. Just let the thoughts come and go, and then come back to my voice. So we're just going to jump right into it. I'm going to take you through a guided meditation. We're going to paint for 20 to 40 minutes, somewhere in between. I'm going to check in on you guys to see how we're doing emotionally. And then we're going to end off with sharing, if you feel comfortable sharing your art piece, talking about it, or just showing it on the camera is totally fine too. And then I'm gonna give you guys a bit of an offering at the very end, which is an opportunity to work one-on-one with me, but I'll explain a little bit more about that later. So to begin, I'll just have you guys sit in a nice comfortable position. I'll have you close your eyes. And we're just going to start off with a very deep breath, the deepest breath you've taken all day, in through the nose. Feel it all the way down into your belly. And you can sigh out through your mouth. I'm going to do one more really big, deep breath in through the nose. And release. One more time, in through the nose. Beautiful. I just want you to come into a regular breathing, feeling your nostrils as they expand as you breathe in, feeling the wind hit the top of your lip as you exhale. And to the best of your ability, whether you feel that you can or you can't, I want you to picture in your mind's eye a path before you. Let's say this path is a sandy path, and you can feel your bare feet feeling the sand beneath you. And as you're walking on this path, you can hear the sound of waves crashing at a distance. And as you walk forward and closer, you can hear the sound of laughter of a small child. And as you get closer, you see this small child is your 5-year-old, 3-year-old, 7-year-old self. and they're playing and splashing and having the best time in the ocean. And as you get closer, you catch their attention and they run to you and they give you the warmest embrace. Your inner child has been waiting to meet you, to greet you. I want you to take this moment in. Breathe into it. Be in it for a little while. I want you to take this moment to play in the sand with your inner child. Build a sandcastle, splash water back and forth. Hold them. And breathe into this moment. Somewhere along the way, we forgot how to play. Somewhere along the path of growing up and taking on responsibilities, we forgot where true joy and happiness comes from. I just want you to embrace this moment. I want you to hold yourself and just breathe. And just before we say goodbye and we go back on our path, I want you to ask yourself, how am I feeling today? Right now, in this moment, how do I feel? There's no need to force anything. Just allow that word, that phrase, or that feeling to come through. Whether it's anger or sadness or happiness and joy. Maybe there's a body ache, some back pain, a heartache, whatever it is. I want you to breathe into that area of your body. Allow this sensation to fill your body and give it gratitude for being here. Gratitude for the experience of being human. I want you to bring your attention to the palm of your hands. In the palm of our hands, we have these circular moving energies that, whether we believe or know it or not, have the ability to bring healing into our life, into our own bodies. We're going to use the combination of the joy of our inner child, the innocence, with the combination of what we're feeling in this present moment, whatever we've been carrying, and the energy of these palms to create art today, to release and transform our reality into what we really want it to be, and come more into ourselves, more into our authentic way of being. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Feel it all the way down into your belly. And release. And whenever you're ready, I want you to open your eyes and come into the space. Maybe look at the room that you're in, the walls, the window. Notice the sensation in your body. I just want to give a quick reminder that this process isn't necessarily about the outcome of the art and what it what it should look like, but actually about the process of being with ourselves and sitting with what is present for us in our lives right now, and painting with that, painting to express ourselves, whether it's like, let it be messy. There's no right way of using the paint. If you want to use your hands, your fingers, please feel free to do so, to play like a child. I encourage each and every one of you guys um, to mute your mics and play your favorite music, maybe what brings you that nostalgic feeling of being the child that you remember being. Um, or maybe just some calm meditation music, which is what I will be playing, and really sink into this moment of playing with paint and feeling your emotions without altering them, and truly letting real art come through. So right now we're going to take the next 20 minutes to just express ourselves with paint. And the way that I usually encourage people to go is like the first color that pops out to you. Just reach for it. Don't even think about it. Just go for it. If you're working with watercolors, it's the same idea. If you're working with markers or colored pencils, that's okay too. Go ahead and just reach for the first color that stands out to you, and I'll bet you anything that it's something that's going to bring you some healing. For example, if right now you just reached for yellow, it's probably that color that, because yellow has colors of courage, it brings you courage. So that's why when you walk into a room that has these beautiful yellows, you feel so alive. You feel so woken up, and so full of joy. And every color has a different healing aspect to it, and that's pink and blue. So don't be afraid to use all the colors of the rainbow, or just focus on one, whatever you'd like, whatever calls to you. I'm going to go ahead and play some music in the background. I encourage you to do the same. And we're just gonna go for it. I'm gonna turn my camera too, so you guys can see what I'm working on. Feel free to do the same. Um, but it's completely up to you, your choice, if you wish to do so. Okay. I just want to do a quick check-in to see how we are doing. So usually around this point of the workshop, I like to just ask you guys how you're doing mentally, emotionally, physically, whether you are, I do it based off of the red, yellow, green system. So if you're feeling great, like something is moving, energy's flowing, and you're feeling very light and good, the process is helping you, then you're a green. If you're feeling like a lot has come up for you, maybe very turbulent and overwhelmed, then that would be a red. If you're feeling somewhere in between, like it's helping, but there is still some stuck energy, then that would be a yellow. So you can go ahead and let me know on the group chat here if there's anyone or your color for if you're green, yellow, or red. And that will help me understand whether maybe there needs to be more focus on and I can assist you further if you are feeling in the yellow or red category. Awesome.
Can you repeat it, please?
Yeah, sure. So basically we're going based off of the yellow, green, and red. If you're feeling green, that means that you're great. You're doing really great. The process is working for you, helping you out, and energy is flowing. Yellow means maybe you're in between. You're not, there's still some sort of stuck energy. And you're kind of in between a red and a green. And then red is totally overwhelmed, not feeling well, or just not grounded. So red, yellow, or green, as in your mood currently. How are you feeling? How are we doing?
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for asking me to clarify. Thank you for that. I love that, Lindsay. Started with red, finished with green and purple. I love that response. Okay, perfect. I hear you, Amelia. Feeling a bit yellow. Other than that, we have quite a few greens, which is awesome. All right, so we have green, green, green. Awesome, a yellow. Yeah, let me know if anyone currently is on red. All right, no worries. That's great. So it looks like we're doing good overall. Definitely, this process definitely can bring up, especially how deep you, it depends how deep you let yourself go during the meditation, that a lot of emotions may come up. You know, a lot of the times we haven't really sat with it. So there may be multiple, multiple moments that we have not yet processed through the body. And so it definitely makes perfect sense, Amelia, for several emotions to have come up. Usually what I do to help that calm a little bit more at this stage, if it's not already calming in itself, then I do another one of those deep breaths, just to calm that nervous system down a little bit. A walk in nature always helps me ground myself back into, my body. And also just like a warm bath too. So if you have any of those options available to you, that's what I recommend, just to get yourself back. But I promise that, as you continue painting or drawing through the process, when your body really feels done, is when those feelings of relief really start to show up, and you're able to continue your day in a better mood. So Wow, this has been really, honestly, really great. I am really, really proud and grateful for every one of you guys being here and showing up so fully. I want to take this time to open up the floor um, for anyone who would like to share their art piece and possibly even talk about it a little bit. There is no pressure. We can go popcorn style. Not everyone has to speak. But if you just feel so called and so inspired to share what you've created, we would love to listen and see. So is there anyone at this moment who would like to just, you can go ahead and unmute yourself um, and share.
I don't know if you can see it. I'm just having fun splattering.
Lindsay, I'm not sure if anyone got to see it. Let me take myself off from the space. Oh, amazing. Oh, I love the paint splats. So expressive. Yay. Is there anything you wish to share about it?
I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here going to my pencil. So it's been great.
Yes, that's awesome. Love it. Love it. Thank you for sharing. All right. Feel free to unmute yourself and share if you feel called.
Let's see. This way.
Ah. Whoa.
Yeah, there's a person holding it. Let's see,
Wow.
here's her face. Here's her feet. This yellow is happiness, brightness, sunshine. There's a bunch of words in there. And I really enjoy doing this. I do this a lot. And then I share them and other people color them.
Mm.
So there's a bit of Zentangle in there. You see the words?
I do. Share, help, show. Everyone can do art. So go
That's
do it.
right.
I love it. Yes.
Yep. I love creating.
Mm.
Yep.
Wow. That is amazing. It's almost like
Thank
a
you.
really cool like playing card. Like an artistic playing card with the
Right.
wind. Wow, and the body. That's
And they're
so
in a frame. Just gonna move back a little bit more. See it now?
yes.
Yep.
That is amazing.
This is art. It's just not on paper. This is a lot of creative things.
Mm.
Thank you for this time. This is wonderful.
Oh, I'm so glad that you're enjoying yourself. Thank you
Yep.
so much for sharing your wonderful art.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
No, of course.
Hi. You guys see me, hear me?
Not yet. Let me remove Mel here. And here we go. Caitlin, hello.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. I just wanted to share this because I did this workshop with you a couple weeks ago, and this was what came up, and it just felt really heavy and dark. And I processed it with my therapist for a couple weeks, and then did the exact same thing today, and this was my inner child this time. So a huge difference just in a couple weeks of how my inner child is doing.
Wow. Mm. I love that.
So
Thank you. I think that thank you is for you, for yourself. Thank you. Thank you for showing up, Caitlin. Yes, I love it. Wow. Thank you for sharing your story. And now that you mentioned, I do remember you. I do. Oh, so that's awesome. Welcome back. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow. Amazing. Beautiful shift. That's amazing. All right. I think we have someone else raising their hand in the space.
So when I started out, before you got me in touch with my inner child,
Yes.
I had all this darkness coming on every side of me. So my inner child and I got in the balloons and took that red stuff and we're flying it away.
Love it. Wow. Did you do that right now?
I did this right now.
I love it, sis. Yes.
So thank you for me and my little childlike self taking that red and taking it into making, make lemonade out of lemons.
Yes. Yes. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful art with us. Wow, such great, wonderful works of expression today. This is amazing. I think we have room for one more person if you would like to share. I think we have a raised hand here.
Hi. So yeah, I live in my car, so I didn't have watercolors, but I do have pastels with me, so I used those. My inner child got really stepped on by some people this week in some like really not okay ways. The therapist I was seeing probably is going to end up getting reported to the licensing board, like really not okay. So my okay, I'm sorry. And so like getting in touch with my inner child right now, I think was actually really good of like, she's hurting, she needs you and you need her. But my inner child was not very happy today, but like wanting to just withdraw and like you said, like shut down all the feelings. And so the thing I ended up drawing, so since I live in my car, I'm in national parks a lot, and I was in Arches National Park in Utah yesterday. I'm in New Mexico today. I've been through 3 states already. Wow. And so this is the Delicate Arch. When you go, it's a long hike to get there, and there are pictures of me standing in it, like where the heart is, but literally like you look like a speck, like you can't even hardly tell there's a person in the picture because it's so big. But the reason that I, like when you said in the meditation, like think of like a sandy path, this is where my mind went, because like part of it you're climbing over rocks and part of it you're climbing through sand. But there were some, so I'm in end of life care right now, which is why I moved into my car and I'm seeing national parks and everything. There were some people that saw my service dog with me and offered to take some video of everything in the arch. So I was like looking through some of the videos that they took, and on the video it's like somebody behind them of like, oh, Lulu, her service dog, like has such a zest for life, and the person next to her was like, Amelia really does too. And like I was, way out of their earshot, like they weren't saying it for the benefit of like boosting my self-esteem or something. They were saying it not realizing that somebody next to them had my phone and was videoing, and that was going to come back to me. And it was like, I can take with me out of this like the really dark things that happened this week, or I can take out of this like this moment. So I put the heart in the arch instead of like trying to draw a person, one, because I can't draw people, but my as my inner child of like that was a very inner child experience of validation, and like let that be the thing that you go to, and like let the words of people like that speak to who you are and like what you deserve. And anyway, I'm talking too much, but
Wow.
that's so it's not nearly as fun and playful as a lot of what people did, but that's what I did. I don't know if this will show up at all, but this is the actual real thing. But when you walk over and get in it, literally you look like a tiny little speck. Like you can zoom in and like, I don't know if that's even a person because it's so big. Very, like a very cool place in nature, but a really significant experience with like what got captured in the video.
Wow.
So
Wow.
thank you. I had some stuff to process today. It worked out well.
I just want to thank you for being here, and telling and sharing your story, and just being so full of life despite whatever situation. Like honestly, I could tell you're just a happy person overall, and it's super like, you know, perseverance like is what I feel when I feel you. And I'm just really, really, really grateful to have you in this space and sharing your story with all of us. It's super inspirational. And I just want to send you my love and my gratitude and my sisterhood. It just keep going, girl. You got this. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Beautiful work today. Thank you. Wow.
Oh, I'm just seeing like different comments. Thank you.
Yes, yes. No, everyone's amazing. We got a Utah gal here.
Yes. It was gorgeous. I've been to so many parks, but not Arches until that. It was stunning.
Wow, that's amazing. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing, Amelia.
Thank you.
Wow, everyone, thank you so much. Yeah, definitely. My inner child had a lot to express too, just a whole lot of colors. I'm kind of in between places and living spaces, and just really getting to know new people. And so my inner child just wanted to play with that energy and let myself know that it's okay to meet new people and expand and grow. And so yeah, that just reminds me to continue these places, these spaces for all of us to come and be a part of. And so with that said, I want to invite you guys for an opportunity to go a little bit further with me. So if any of you are in a situation where you need more clarity, I'd really like to use my personal gifts to help you. So there is something that I call an oracle painting, in which I use my gifts that tap into just being able to be a vessel in which source can speak through. And I paint a visual for you, an oracle for you. So what that entails is scheduling a one-on-one phone call. So it's very personal. And through your story that you're sharing with me, it's really through the voice that I can feel into your experience and be able to channel anything that that is wanting to be shared with you in this moment, whether that's confirmation of just where you are, or maybe a shift in your space of a new direction to head on. Whatever it is, I want to provide that space for you. And so if that's something that you're interested, I'm going to go ahead and put a link here in the group chat for you guys to take down, to write down, or even to click on, just to have it on a separate browser for you guys to look through the different testimonials of those who I've already done this process for. So it definitely can be one-on-one and private, or it can also be shared publicly. So I do Instagram lives every so often to be able to have other people see and be inspired by your story. So I'm gonna go ahead and paste this onto the chat and send it here to you guys. For anyone who's interested in an oracle painting, and if that is something you wish to go deeper with, it's about an hour. It's either in private over Zoom, just like this, or live on Instagram. And the total is, I certainly can. The total is $111 for the hour. But please don't hesitate to reach out if that's not something you have. And if you're in a position where you just need that extra, that knowledge, then please don't hesitate to reach out. And I'm sure we can, there are several forms of energy exchange that we can get into, and I'm definitely open to, because I too am in a very nomadic place in my life. And I know that with the circumstances of the world right now, we don't always have money, so please don't let that be something that stops you from doing this. So my Instagram, I'm going to go ahead and put it out here too. Leslie loves the number 2 love, and that is my Instagram handle. So please feel free to follow me. You'll see a ton of my artwork and a ton of testimonials of people that I've worked with before. And please feel free to reach out to them too and ask about their experience. The best thing to do is go directly to the person. And that's what I encourage, because I want to encourage the most authenticity that we can possibly get out of this life, the realness, the trueness. And so with that said, I just want to say thank you again for showing up so fully, so authentically. And that brings us to our time together. I will be hosting this workshop again. Right now it's once a month, but I am shifting to at least once a week from now on, if not more. So I encourage you guys to continue showing up, and I encourage you guys to continue using this process in your personal lives. It's something that has really, really helped me on my own personal growth and understanding myself. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or night or evening. Thank you so much for being here. Bye, everyone. Oh, this is amazing.
Bye, and thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Guadalupe. It's a pleasure.
My pleasure. Dice que la va a hacer una vez a la semana. Pues no sé qué. Está bien.